What's going on, you guys? It's Sporty Squid. Today we're going to be installing the Leather Pro saddlebags. They're ballistic nylon. So let's get to it. Let's roll it into you and I'll get back with you. It started already. Alright, so when you unbox them, they're gonna come in this box right here. This is what they came in right here. It's already empty. I unboxed them, my bad. But what you get in the box is actually two sets of hardware. You get 3/8 by 2.5 and 3/8 by 3" So you're only gonna use the 3" if you have a detachable sissy bar right here. I don't have a detachable sissy bar. I'm only running the bags right now. So I'm gonna be using the 3/8 by 2.5. So the hardware you get the docking hardware, you get a 1/4" spacer, you get the bolt, and you also get the nut. They don't supply you with the washers that I have on there. I found those laying around in my garage. So if you want to, pick yourself up 4 washers that'll fit your bolts, and then just go ahead and do that. And they also supply you with the instructions, but we don't need those. All I do is go by the pictures. Obviously, I don't have detachable sissy bar, so I'm only gonna run the spacer. And then you make sure you set it up correctly, how you have it right here. So it says correct, how it seats right there, incorrect right there. You want to make sure it sits. You want to make sure it sits in this groove right here whenever you're docking it. I'll go over it again once I get the bags installed. So let's get to this install. Alright, so to be able to do this install, you're going to be using the 3/8 by 2.5, only if you don't have a detachable sissy bar. If you have a detachable sissy bar, please use the 3/8 by 3", okay? So I already have them set up, how they're going to be going in the bike. They have this crush bolt or whatever they call it, I don't know. It has these little grooves in it, so it's kind of like a lock thing. So when you put it on, it's going to be hard to thread once you get to that point, but just go through it. It'll break it, so that way it fits. And also, these washers aren't supplied like I mentioned the first time, so I just found these laying around my garage. So the way to set this up is you got your 2.5" bolt, and then you have your docking hardware, which makes sure the thicker side is out and the docking wire is closer to the bike, and you have your spacer. And that's exactly how it's going to sit going through the bike.
Nice.
So this is exactly how it should look coming out of the bike. You have your spacer, you have your docking hardware, and then you have your bolt, or your nut, or yeah, your bolt. So then you're going to take your washer, put it on the inside, and then you're also going to take your nut. Make sure these are facing out. So the smooth side should be going on, threading on. This should be out to the inside. So you're going to put that on until it starts to grab. And then, to be able to do that, you're going to take a 9/16 wrench, closed end. And you're also going to take a 3/8 ratchet with I believe, a 7/32" bit, hex bit on it. So you're going to put that in there, right? Make sure you're going on. Don't go off like I am. You're going to put your box end on the nut. And you're just going to go, you're going to tighten it. Make sure you go until it's tight. Don't go overly tight. You don't want to strip anything. That should be good right there. So now we're going to repeat the process to the back end, and then I'll get back to you when I'm done. Alright, so both brackets or both docking hardwares are installed. So now you're going to take your bag, and from factory they say you're supposed to adjust it. Right here, I've already adjusted mine to my setting, how it fits my bike. It'll debate where this thing grabs the docking hardware, so you're going to have to adjust that so it'll grab once you see it. So that's open, that's when you can take your bags off, and that's closed. That's how it's going to dock on your bike. So you're going to open it up, make sure you adjust it, and then you're going to make sure you put it on your bike. You better come around for this. And then once you do it, you make sure that it's sitting in this groove. Both flanges of it are sitting in that groove. So you're going to sit it on there. You're going to pull this little latch right here. Make sure you pull that up and dock it down. And make sure when you do it, it doesn't come off. And just like that, you have your bags installed, and they have you with 2 zippers right here for the main compartment, and then they also give you more zippers right here. It's not another compartment, it's just an extension, so it makes the bag a little bit wider. I'll throw pictures of it later. And then you also have this key right here. So when you turn it down, you pull it out, your bags are now locked. Nobody can steal your bags. They can steal your contents inside the bags, but if you don't want the bags stolen off your bike, make sure you lock them. Don't leave the keys in there because they can just unzip it and take your bags off. So, and then when you want to, if I can get this thing in, it's locked. Turn around, it's unlocked, and just like that, you go from having a bagger to a regular cruiser. These will stay on your bike. That's exactly how they're gonna look. And just like that, bags are put on. You now have saddlebags. You now have carrying capacity. It's not that hard to cruise around with like that. So, and also, this is leather. I don't know what type of leather this is. It kind of feels like just not a cheap leather, but it's pretty thick. It's pretty durable. They're water resistant. They're ballistic nylon. It's the same nylon that Thrash and Supply uses on their bags, which I also have a set of those bags. And they have a zipper right here, which you can store some gloves in, store little hand warmers if you're going on a colder ride, throw a t-shirt in. And the only thing I don't like about these bags right here is that when you open them up all the way, they just fall out like that. That's my only complaint with the bags. I wish they had a little bit of support in them. They are hard plastic backed where the leather's sewn into it. You can see this is where the docking points go into the bags. These are your bolts. That's to hold the bracket onto the back. And then you would just push your bag on like that. Make sure you zip it up. If I can zip it. And I'm not going to zip that side. It's a little bit harder because I have these lights right here. But once you zip it up, you just make sure you button them up, and then you have your bag set up just like that. They're a really beautiful looking bag. They're really nice. I love them. They flow with the fender of the bike. They tuck right behind my turn signals. I'm going to end up taking the turn signals off and doing a license plate relocation. I'm going to do a curve mount license plate. I'm going to do a quad light on it by Custom Dynamics. So once you have those on, I'm not going to do the right side right now. I'm only going to do the left side only because I'm going to be working on my primary here in a little bit, so I don't want to flip the bike around just to do the install. It's the way you install the other side is the exact same way you do this side. It's not that hard. So, bags off. You got your docking hardware. Remember, 3/8 by 2.5. Make sure you use the 2.5 if you don't have a sissy bar on here. If you have a detachable sissy bar, make sure you use the 3-inch ones, and then you throw your docking points on there, because you don't want to mess up, install this, and then you go to put your sissy bar on and it's not going to work. And make sure you adjust this. Again, please adjust this, because I went to go put them on and they weren't working. And it was making me mad, and I was kind of frustrated, and I thought about returning them or contacting customer support. And come to find out, I watched a video on it, and you have to adjust it. Bags are locked down, not coming off, literally. They shake the whole bike. So that's how you install the Leather Pros ballistic nylon saddlebags. And I appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be doing a review of this seat right here by Jag Specialties, and we're also going to be doing a video on me taking apart my whole primary and replacing my main drive belt. So stay tuned for those. This is going to be a build series, so it's going to be a long process. I got a lot of stuff to do with this bike. I got a lot of parts to do, so real long process. So stay tuned. Take care.